'Cause every time you smile, I feel tremors in my heart. I have one concern. How can I get with you till my day comes? Here's what I'm gonna do. You're my aphrodisiac. You're the only one I need. When I go, I'll come back. 'Cause there is no way I'm leaving, boy. I saw you soon as you came dancing through the door. You and your mess and then just looked at the floor, yeah. Started doing your thing and it made me notice you even more. The way you do 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 do. You need to give it up. Had about enough. It's not hard to see the boy. I'm just trying to be me, doing what I gotta do. Some people think that I'm just sitting on top of the world. I'm just trying to be me, proving what I gotta prove. And the more they talk about our love, and the more they make it obvious, and the more they seem so envious. How can they talk about our love when they don't know one thing about us? That they're just running their mouths and all we do is. Have you ever loved somebody so much it makes you cry? Have you ever needed something so bad you can't sleep at night? 'Cause almost doesn't count, yeah, yeah. Oh, I just had to do that. I just had to do that. Woo, hello lovelies and welcome back to this reading. This long overdue reading for Brandy. Can you tell I'm just a little bit excited? Can you tell I'm just a tad excited? Can you tell? Can you tell I'm so excited? Please do hit a lovely thumbs up if you enjoyed the reading. Remember to subscribe to join our lovely community. I post psychic and spiritual content every single week. You can follow me on my Instagram page for more psychic and spiritual content. And if you'd like your own personal and private reading with me, you can email me for more info at kirstylewisreadings@outlook.com. But let's get into reading for the real Queen Bee, shall we? The real Queen Bee, I said. The original Brandy. Okay. It really annoys me how, like, Brandy and Monica and even Aaliyah, I'm going to go this far, they are the true queens of R&B, right? And they don't get enough credit. In fact, they don't, you know, I'm sorry, Kehlani, her, Ella May, whoever else, you know, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Brandy, Monica and Aaliyah. And even Beyonce, you know, bow down Beyonce, because you wouldn't be here either. So I love those three women with all my heart. As you know, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know I love R&B music. And I grew up watching Brandy and singing to Brandy and idolising Brandy. And I was actually meant to see Brandy this time last year. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was meant to see Brandy in concert this time last year, but it was unfortunately at the same time as her dear friend passed away. And as I say that, I want to say something because it's an unusual connection I've got with her, and I feel like she does know I'm on her energy, or that I'm tapping into her energy and that I'm reading for her. She's got a lot of people in spirit. I feel like Brandy's lost a lot of people over the years. She's got a big spiritual team, and Brandy is, I can't tell whether she uses her spiritual gifts, but boy does she have them. When I tapped into her, I had to get the purple candle because all I could see around her was purple, and purple is the highest spiritual colour. She's very in tune, she's very knowing, she's very wise. And you know what I'm beginning to learn? All my Aquariuses out there, please tell me down below that you're an Aquarius, because I've got a few Aquariuses in my life, but not like super close to me. I need a super close Aquarius because I just live for the Aquarian energy. I live for it. And she is exactly the same as I picked up with Megan Thee Stallion. Independent, loyal, fierce, sassy, knows her worth, knows who she should be messing with. Brandy doesn't just, I feel like the reason Brandy hasn't really had a long-term partnership with anyone is because it takes her a long time to trust someone. She has to work out all of because when she loves, she's giving it all. She's giving everything. So she doesn't just give that away. She has to figure them all out entirely and completely before she lets her guard down. But I do feel like there is a man around her, and I do feel like there's a man coming into her life, but there's also there's a few men in spirit for her. I don't know what the name of her producer friend was, but I feel he's very close to her in spirit, because I can see him, and I've seen pictures of him, and I can see him around her. I know he was quite like on the chubbier side. I can see him very close to her. There's also another man in spirit for her who looks very different to this man. The other man in spirit is taller, slimmer. You know what? I was going to say he was an athlete. Okay. Yeah, she's got a lot of people who have passed on, and Brandy, I'm living for her energy. I'm so empathically connected to her. Honestly, I want to pull the cards, but I'm so empathically, if I could just bottle up her energy. She's got such a mysterious, intriguing energy. This is a girl who, very much like Megan Thee Stallion, I feel was very, and still is slightly, envied. And I feel like she's not someone who likes to be in drama. She's not someone who likes to be involved in drama. But because of the envy that people held against her, she found herself in a lot of drama. She just was out here trying to live her life. I don't feel like she was a girl that went clubbing and went drinking and did any of that. She just was trying to live her life. But because she was kind of seen as this like goody two-shoes, gets everything right, gets all the jobs, gets all the good songs, I feel like some other people, some other women in particularly, I want to say, envied that. And, you know, I feel like she's held nothing but peace for people. So, yeah, I feel like Brandy's really trying to revive her career now, and I feel like she's going to be a success. So again, to Kehlani and all those, because Kehlani's the only one I can think of now off the top of my head, watch yourself, because the oldies are coming back. Like Kelly Rowland's releasing new music, and, you know, Monica's always out here releasing stuff, and, you know, they are the OGs. They are the OGs, and to me, they are my idols. So, you know, I'll always have their music on above anyone else's. But yeah, watch your backs. But I feel a real revival for her career. And I feel that's in all aspects. I feel that's in music, and I also feel that is in acting, because I see a lot of acting around her as well. She's very reserved, and I can't get too much into her energy. I feel like, like I said, I feel like she knows I'm reading her, and I feel like she'll allow me in a little bit. Like I say, very spiritual lady, and I feel like this lady is very intellectual. Like I said, I feel like she's very into history, and I want to give Brandy like urban legends and myths, and not magic, but kind of a bit of magic. She feels a bit magical to me. I wouldn't be surprised if she's seen like high priestesses and delved in all of that, you know, because I feel like she's very in tune. You can't pull anything over this lady's eyes, which again is why I feel like it's hard for her to be in a relationship with anyone, because she knows. She's a knowing. That's all I can give to Brandy. She's knowing. Okay, Brandy Norwood. Okay. I already saw that Ace of Pentacles like fly out there, and I want to say that one thing about Brandy. Oh, it's 2 Pentacles cards. Why am I not surprised? I'll be surprised if I don't see the Queen of Pentacles fly out here, because one thing I actually feel with Brandy is she's very good with money. Very good with money. And one thing I feel like she's been sitting on a lot of money, and now it's like, okay, I want to go out and I want to invest my money, but I feel like she's investing it in herself. I wouldn't be surprised if her album, I don't know if it is, but if it's all like self-funded. Okay, Brandy. Okay. Brandy. Okay. Okay. Brandy Norwood. Brandy. Yeah, totally. Okay, I'm going to go into that in a minute. Brandy. Yep, okay, yep, okay. Sorry, I find this so intriguing because she's a super interesting person. Okay. Okay. Brandy's number one love is music. Her number one love is singing, music, and I feel like she's been offered a lot of money, a lot of times to come back and do an album, and you know, a lot of times she said no. Eight of Cups, is about a change of heart, and the Ace of Pentacles is obviously money. She has enough money where she can say no. I'm not saying that Brandy's a billionaire or whatever. She might be, I don't know, but I feel like she's very well off, and I feel like money doesn't motivate her, okay? But she is investing, I feel like, in some kind of project, which she's heavily involved in, and it could be like a TV show. I know they talked about reviving Moesha, so that could be coming very soon. And I want to link that, as I talk to that, I want to link that to Netflix. Or Disney Plus, one of those apps, you know, not on TV. If she revives Moesha, it will not be on TV. And it's something she toed and froed with. Brandy, I feel, very much struggles with and struggled with celebrity, fame, all of that, because it didn't sit right with her. Now, she loves singing, she loves entertainment, not so much acting, Acting isn't a passion of hers. It's something she did and she loved, but singing and music is a passion. So when people came to her and said, are you going to make a new album? Especially with the loss of her friend, she was throwing back and forth about it a lot. And also the same thing with Moesha. People have, the networks and things have gone to her multiple times and said, will you come back and do, you know, a rerun? Is it a rerun? What do they call it? You know, a new series. And she's gone back and forth about it many, many times. She's been offered a lot of money. She's turned down a lot of money. She's a very genuine person, you know. If something doesn't sit right with her, she's not going to do it. I am going to pull on the Whitney Houston situation because it's something that just keeps coming into my mind, and I know that someone in the comments is going to ask, well, what was her involvement with Whitney? I read it on the Whitney Houston reading, but I want to obviously hear it from her perspective and what her relationship was like with Whitney, so I am going to pull on that, but this is her energy just right now. Okay, yeah. And the reason I know fame and fortune hasn't really ever sat well with her is because we've got the Nine of Pentacles tied to the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is a depressive, sad, emotional card. And I know Brandy has talked in the past about having depression and about suffering with mental health. And it was the fame and the money and everything like that that made her feel that way. And so when it was offered to her to come back and do these things, you know, she wanted to do it because it's her passion. But she really struggled with the concept of having to come back in the spotlight and being a part of that again. Because I feel like she's a very private person. Like I said, I feel like she's very reserved. She's not about the clout at all. Which I feel like is why a lot of like people, I don't want to say my Monica, but her and Monica are two very different people. Okay, Monica, when I read on her, and I will read on her, I'm reading on her as well, so I'll probably leave that in the description if you want to watch that. But Monica, I have to compare them. Obviously, they come as a pair in my eyes. Monica is very much about the clout. Not about the clout, I don't want to say that I love her, but she's, compared to Brandy, Monica likes to be, you know, she doesn't mind being in the spotlight. She understands that fame comes with the fortune, all of that. Brandy, not so much. You know, Brandy likes her privacy, which is why she disappeared for a long old time. You know, she still made music, but she's never been like on Housewives and reality shows, and, you know, it's just not her cup of tea. There's a lot of men in Brandy's life who have influenced her and who have inspired her, and where a lot of her creativity comes from. Brandy doesn't work a lot with women, and I have to keep saying this because there is a real conflict with Brandy and women. I don't feel like she has a lot of friends that are girls. I don't feel like girls like her. And it's not because she is a nasty person. It's an envious, jealous thing. It just is. She is one of these people who is very lucky and can't put a foot wrong and does everything right. And, you know, sometimes women get very envious of that. You know, they don't understand it and they find it threatening, and she has intimidated a lot of women. So a lot of her group, her crowd, her people, they're men. You know, her team, I feel like they're all men. The only woman I can feel near her is, you know, her daughter and her mother. I feel like I also feel like, I know she's doing this thing with Monica, I feel like when it comes to Brandy and women, I feel like there's a real hesitancy with her. I feel like she's scared to even try and build, not to say she doesn't have acquaintances that are women or anything like that, but to have a deep friendship with a woman, I feel she gets hesitant because of the way she's been scarred in the past. But there is a man, the Hierophant, I feel like it could be her friend that passed over, but there is a man that has guided her, that's inspired her, that's helped her create, someone who she really looks up to, who she loves, and he's coming through here. And I don't know whether she'll ever come across this, but I feel his love around her a lot. I'm getting very emotional as I connect with this man. He's saying big brother to me, so I feel like he was older than her, and I feel like he passed very suddenly. He's saying twins, so I don't know if he's connected to a set of twins or a pair of twins, or whether they were twin souls. But he is saying that they were like the other half of each other, and he's talking about their connection and the creativity that they had together, and how they just got each other and they understood each other, and how, you know, when he passed over, it took a long time for her to really feel that creative flow again. And I can see her in the studio thinking about what he would have said and what he would have done and how he would have written and how he would have made a beat and all these kind of things. I feel like some of his music is sampled on her new album anyway. But he comes through as the Hierophant for her because he is like a teacher, an authoritative figure. And I feel like she's had a lot of men in her life. Brandy's life, I feel like, has been, you know, we all have teachers and people that come into our lives to help us. Me personally, mine has always been women. Like, if I look back at my life, at past jobs and things of people who I've been drawn to, who've guided me, my people have always been women. Not to say it always has to be women or always has to be men. Sometimes it can be mixed, but I feel like with Brandy, it's men. Men have guided her on her path. Emotionally, Brandy has been through it all. I want to say that emotionally. And again, I just want to say there was a time when she really did think, like, I'm just going to settle down, you know, sit up in my room, you know, just be in my home, look after my kid, not ever do music again, not ever, you know, she really considered that. And it's confirmed by the Two of Swords and the Four of Cups. Two of Swords is about indecisiveness. It talks about being blinded, and hiding away kind of thing, and victimization. And the Four of Cups talks about contemplation. And so there's been a lot of things she's been very, very indecisive about over the past few years. Should I do it? Should I not do it? What should I do? Should I just quit? A lot of that. She's been through a lot of emotional turmoil. I think she's seen a lot. She's very emotional. It's like, I wish I could describe it. I feel like I'm not describing it well enough, but she's seen a lot. That's all I can say. That's all they keep saying. She's seen a lot. She's seen a lot. Like, I'm talking about death and breakups and divorces and hurt and pain, and it's like, whew. There's also a relationship here she's in the midst of healing, and I want to connect it to that. And they keep saying Ray J, Ray J, Ray J to me, so I do want to connect it to her brother, because I feel like Brandy is a person who will always have love for people. I don't feel like she ever holds resentment, or I just don't feel it with her. I feel like she feels something and keeps it moving. You know, she keeps it moving. She doesn't stay still. You know, she's an Aquarius, so she's always in flow. So her brother has caused her a lot of issues. That's what I want to say. It's not something she would ever talk publicly about. It's not something she would ever go out and say outright to any media or press or anything like that. But her brother, I can feel it. He's caused her a lot of pain and stress, and he's just a pain in the butt. Yeah, that's all I can say. And there's some healing around that situation. As I connect to Ray J, I'm going to have to pull on what happened with Whitney and the situation, because I feel like that's where we're going now. Ray J is a whole nother situation, and I don't want to cloud Brandy's reading with Ray J. But if you'd like to see a separate reading on Ray J, then I'd be happy to do that. But my gosh, over the years, I can see her phone ringing and her picking up and her just rolling her eyes like, seriously, again? Okay. Yeah, this is what I mean. Brandy, I'm not going to put that with the Whitney thing, because that just flipped over. Brandy is someone who, no matter what happens, she's content and she's grateful. And that's why there's not like tea to read. There's nothing dramatic, because I honestly feel like I want to give her a son, though. I do see a little boy. I don't know whether this... Okay. I feel like Brandy will be in a relationship with someone she was in a relationship with in her past. I feel like, I don't know whether we'll ever know about it, because like I said, she's a very private person. So whether she'll go public with her relationship, I don't know. I feel like she has rekindled, or is rekindling, or will rekindle a relationship with a man she was in a relationship with in the past. Now, there's either a son to come for them, or she's going to adopt a son, or she was pregnant with a son and lost the baby. But I want to give her a little boy. Okay. Now, Spirit, we're going to pull on Brandy's relationship with Whitney, because I need to know. Please show me. Please show me Brandy's relationship with Whitney Houston. Please show me Brandy's relationship with Whitney Houston. Spirit, please show me Brandy's relationship with Whitney Houston. Okay. Yep, okay. I'm going to pull 2 more cards. Please show me Brandy's relationship with Whitney Houston. Okay. Please show me Brandy's relationship with Whitney Houston. Okay, that's not good. Okay. That's why. You know what, Spirit is so divine, and sometimes they surprise me. I don't know why. I don't know why I've been working with them since I was however many years old, but still to this day they surprise me. Right, okay. That's why they started to bring Ray J in. That's why they started, because they know before I do. I'm about to pull the cards. They knew I was about to do it. So, whew, Ray J, you... Okay, if you want to see a Ray J reading, leave down below. Ace of Wands. Brandy and Whitney's relationship was, I just keep hearing big sister, big sister, big sister, big sister. She really took Brandy under her wing, and Brandy I can feel the love. Brandy idolized Whitney Houston. I mean idolized. Okay, I mean apple of eye. She absolutely idolized Whitney, like on a pedestal. Whitney could do nothing wrong, and then came Mr. Ray J. When I did the pre-pull, Ray J came out across as Page of Cups. Obviously, in the 5 minutes, he's grown to the Knight of Cups. Regardless, he had a motive, and I don't really want to tarnish Brandy's reading with this, because Brandy's got very peaceful, calm, pure, intentional energy. Brandy's name got caught up in AJ's. Brandy's name got caught up in Ray J's actions, and Ray J's actions weren't cute, they weren't pretty, and oh, he had a bad intention, okay? When you look at the Page of Cups, the Page of Cups is immature, dreamy, lacks focus, can't really be trusted because they're not really mature enough to be trusted. Knight of Cups is just a little bit of an elevation on that. But see how he's on the horse, he's on a journey, he's focused on something. Now the card that follows is the Ten of Pentacles. The card that he's focused on is the Ten of Pentacles. Now what does the Ten of Pentacles represent? Cash, money, baby, inheritance. Ten of Pentacles represents inheritance. So Ray J has some bad intentions there, and I'm put allegedly in front of it. You can put 2 and 2 together and guess what those intentions were. And I feel like that is what this is. That is what needs to be healed. He hurt her badly. He hurt her badly with the way he went about the Whitney thing, because she knew he was playing games from the start. And then not only that, very soon after he got with the other girl, and I don't really know what Ray J's life was like after that because I just didn't really follow the situation because I couldn't really care less about Ray J. But yeah, he really, when I say Brandy loved Whitney, I mean it. Like I told you in the beginning, she doesn't just let down her guard to anyone. It takes a while, and she fell in love with her. You know, Whitney was everything to her. I mean, Whitney's everything to me, honey, but Whitney was everything to her, okay? And he just came along and ruined it. He ruined her relationship with Whitney because she felt like she couldn't really get close to Whitney because she didn't really trust what Ray J was doing, and Ray J had poor intentions, and so that broke down her relationship with Ray J. And then not only that, he then quickly moved on after Whitney's passing to this other woman, and then made a complete travesty out of that, not to mention the Kim K sex tape all before all of this. But you know, he has some, you know, Ray J, if you ever stumble across this reading, you owe your sister an apology, okay? Because she worked hard to build up her legacy and her career and her partnerships and her friendships, and you, my darling, you did just tag off of that and then just make a bad name for yourself. So, but regardless, Brandy is nothing but peace and love and pure intentions, pure heart, pure soul. I feel it. I have nothing more to say on it, but thank you for the music, Queen B. Okay, thank you for being with me today, lovelies. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Please do hit a lovely thumbs up if you did. Remember to subscribe to see more psychic and spiritual content. I upload videos like this every single week. If you'd like to see more spiritual and psychic content from me, you can just follow me over on my Instagram at @IamKirstyLewis. And if you'd like your own personal and private reading with me, you can just email me for more information at kirstylewisreadings@outlook.com, and I will see you soon for another reading. Bye!